Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Terry Chen and I'm a chiropractor with Spinecare Chiropractic in Penang. I am a Penangite and I grew up in Penang. I graduated in New Zealand at the end of 2010 and I started working in 2011. It is now November 2019, so I have been in this industry for almost 9 years, and in that period I have seen over 10,000 new patients. I have previous working experience in KL and Australia before returning to my hometown of Penang. If you are a new patient listening or watching this video, I would like to wish you welcome to Spinecare. Thanks for trusting us with your health and we really appreciate your trust in us. I would like to take this opportunity to share with you some important information about your health and your spine, as this will help you to get a better outcome from your chiropractic treatment. In this video, I'm going to introduce this health formula to you. Health equals 100% function times 100% innate wisdom. Innate wisdom is just our body's inborn healing ability. Every animal or every human that is alive have this inborn healing ability. However, if we want to be 100% healthy, we also need to be 100% function. That means your nervous system, your spine, your immune system, the whole body needs to function properly. So if you have 100% function and 100% inborn healing ability, then you have 100% health. Now, as you can see in the picture in front of you, this is an animation of a spine, and the spine is actually the bones in the center, and on the left and right you have your rib cage, and then on the top here you have your shoulder blades, and then your shoulders and your hands. This is your neck, and underneath these bones you can see that you have your spinal cord and all the billions of nerve fibers. Now when I talk about the innate healing ability or the innate intelligence, is actually what I mean is, you see these white color messages that is being sent from your brain down the spinal cord, and in this case it's going to your right shoulder. So everybody have this inborn intelligence. Your brain is always talking to your body and your body is always talking to your brain. If this system is always functioning, then you are functioning at 100%. Think about chiropractic like, basically we are a profession that helps to restore the internet connection in your body. When the internet connection or the signaling don't function properly, something can happen. So this is a picture of your lower back. Again, you can see the signals are being transmitted from the brain down the spinal cord and down to your lower back, and on the side here the signals can go to, for example, your lower back muscles and down to your legs. The white color one is the normal signaling. The abnormal signaling is the red color messages. So imagine if the brain is not sending the good messages to your lower back muscles or your legs, then you might have things like back pain, or you might have muscle stiffness, or you might have cramping or numbness in your legs because the nervous system is not functioning properly. The innate healing ability is not functioning properly already. So what can cause this innate healing ability to not function properly? As you can see in your neck, the bones start from C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7. So the thing is, if you look at my mouse, for example, I click on number 5 in this animation, number 5 has misaligned to the right, or C5 misaligned to the left or right. So when it misaligned to the right, you can see that it's pinching on the nerve. Therefore, this signal, red signal, the messages going to your shoulder is already compromised. So you might get, for example, a stiff shoulder if it goes to your shoulder muscle. If it goes to your hands, you might get numbness or weakness in your hands, or you might even get pain. If the C5 bone misaligned to the left, then you might get pain on the left side instead of the right side. Now, people always like to ask me, what is the difference between a Chinese bone setter, those that do the theta, or what is the difference between chiropractic and physio? Basically, chiropractic is a health profession that specializes in finding all these misalignments for the purpose of trying to restore the connection of the nervous system so that your brain now can talk properly to your body again. So in this case, once you align the bone properly, it does not interfere with the nerve. So now the messages going to your shoulder or your hands is at 100% again. It's like switching on the Wi-Fi signal. If it misaligns to the left, then we want to go to the center, for example. If it misaligns to the right, we want to go to the center. For example, you have misalignment just now is C5. What if I go to, let's say, T2 and you misalign to the right? Now you get another nerve that is being compromised. So the signal coming to the right shoulder blade is problematic already. So we are exclusively trained as chiropractors to correct the alignment of the bones to allow the innate healing ability, the intelligence to function properly again. Another example, now we're looking at the lower back. So you see all these yellow colored fibers, these are your nervous system. They are like the internet cable like that, and we have billions of them in the spine. And for example, you can see like in this case, bone number L4. So in your lower back you have L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. So now let's say L4 is being misaligned. So our job then is to correct it to be in the center. Now L5 is misaligned to the left. So we need to correct it to make it in the center so that it does not go and pinch the nerve and it does not affect the nerve signaling. So chiropractors are uniquely trained and specialized in correcting the bones for the purpose of restoring the proper signaling and your innate intelligence can function properly. This is the primary difference. We don't want to, for example, go and just simply manipulate every bone or click every bone or treat, because we are doing it with a unique method to find just the ones that are misaligned and interfere with the nervous system transmission, and we want to just correct that one bone that interferes with the transmission only. We want it, if the bones have proper misalignment, then we don't want to interfere with that. So if we go back to the health formula, basically how you function, right, is determined by your nervous system, because your nervous system transmits all the messages from the brain down to every single part in your body. I will give you another example later. Your nervous system here is actually protected by the spine, and the spine can have subluxation. In other words, as I showed you just now, it can misalign. So when it misaligns, it affects the spine affects the nerve cannot function properly, cannot transmit messages, like no Wi-Fi signal, and then your body cannot function properly and your body break down, and that's when you have pain or conditions or diseases, etc. Now, on the topic of pain, right, I know a lot of you come and see us because you're in pain. So let's just zoom into one of these nerve fibers, one of these yellow fibers. Let's just zoom in and see what we find inside the nerve. So when you zoom into the nerve fiber, right, you have different nerve fibers for different reasons. For example, if the bones misalign or the disc, you have slipped disc and you go and hit the red color part of your nerve, then only you feel the pain. So for example, you can feel tingling, you can feel numbness, you can feel burning sensation, or you can feel pain. One example can be, let's say, if you have misalignments at your top of your neck, C2, the nerve can go up to your brain and your head, so maybe you can get headache, for example. If it's number 6, then the nerve goes to your arms. So some people, you can get like numbness or tingling or weakness in your hands. Let's say in the lower back, you might get problems at L4 and it's hitting the red color nerve, and then you get pain. Sometimes you can get pain down the legs as well. But pain is only one part of the puzzle. What if the bone misalign or the slip disc hits the green color nerve but don't hit the red color nerve? Then you have no pain at all. You have the same problem, the same severity, but you will not have any pain. So when it hits the muscle, for example, like C6 and C7, the nerve from those level actually goes to your hands, the muscles around your shoulders and your hands. So what will happen is when this happens, you might feel weakness in your hands, you might feel tightness in your muscles, you might feel pulls and strains, you might feel fatigue. For example, you don't have strength to do your daily job, but you have no pain at all. So that's why we don't want to just focus on pain, because like in this case, if the nerve hits the green color, if the bone misaligned and hits the green color nerve, you only feel problems with the muscle like pulls and strains or tightness or muscle weakness. You don't feel pain at all because it did not disturb the red color part of the nerve. What about the blue color part of the nerve? So this is the same nerve, another partition that goes to your organs. So why we say the nervous system connects to every part of the body? For example, C7, the nerve from C7 goes to your lungs and your heart. So again, you can have misalignments in the neck, and because of that, the nerve transmission from your brain doesn't reach your lungs or your heart properly. Don't you think that can impact your function of the lungs and the heart? Or let's say we go to L4 at the bottom, you can see that the nerve transmission in this case goes to female organs and your bladder. So for example, people have very frequently go to the toilet to urinate, weak bladder, or you might have period pain or menstrual cramp or things like that. So you can have the same problem, but this time it hits the blue color part of the nerve, and you have this kind of symptoms. You don't have back pain. So when we talk about the health formula, it's about function, how your body functions. It's not just the pain, because as you can see over here, pain is just one small part of the puzzle. If we look at the health from the perspective of a measuring ruler, 0% is total loss of health. So as good as you're dead already. Symptoms is at say 60%. So anything below 60%, you start to feel symptoms. It could be pain. That's the most common reason why you come and see us. But symptoms can also be other things. For example, it could be you have a digestive problem, or you have a menstrual cramp, or you have headache and migraine. Any symptoms. Then you come and see us, and then we start to treat, and then you have no more pain. So no more pain, maybe your health is at 70%. You have no more pain already. But to function properly, you have to be at 100%. For example, you have no pain. Let's say a new patient, you have neck pain, and from a normal spine, your spine is like this. After you treat a few times, maybe you have no more pain. Now you are at 70% of health. But you can see that because your spine is like this, you still have poor posture. Maybe you cannot turn left and turn right close to 90 degrees. So your neck is still quite restricted and not flexible at all. So this is what I say, if you want to be 100%, obviously we have to treat you all the way. We need to treat the structure and get the whole thing to function again. If you, let's say, stop prematurely at 70% health, yeah, you got no pain, but your neck is still looking like this. Same thing with the lower back. Let's say your lower back is nice and straight, this is normal. When you have like this, for example, you come in with low back pain, then we begin to treat you, and then after maybe 3-4 visits, you got no more pain. Maybe you are better like here, so you are at 70-75%. However, you still can't bend down and touch your toes. You still cannot go hiking because your legs are still weak. If you walk for a long time, let's say you go traveling, you cannot do that because your legs are weak. If you want to carry your grandkids, cannot, because your lower back don't have the strength to support the weight. So you're only at 70%, you got no pain. Anytime you go and carry your grandkids, the pain come back. That's why we want to focus on function, to get it back to 100% as much as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, in reality, what we know about health is actually just the top of the iceberg only. So you can see diseases. We have been brainwashed all the time about diseases: arthritis, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, autoimmune disease, fibromyalgia. But underneath that, there is always the underlying cause. In chiropractic, we are uniquely capable of addressing the structural imbalance, the misalignment of the spine, and also other joints. You see, a good chiropractor not only just want to simply click any bones. We want to assess the whole body. For example, you might have a spinal pain or spinal condition, but if we look at your legs and the legs are imbalanced, we need to do something about that also. We cannot just simply focus on the spine. And also, a good chiropractor also need to know the diagnosis. For example, you can have gallbladder issues, and because of that, the pain refer to your right shoulder. So you come in with right shoulder pain, but actually there's nothing wrong with your shoulder at all. Actually, you have a digestive issue, something to do with your gallbladder. So a good chiropractor should be able to pick this up. Rather than straight treating the shoulder, we need to take a step back and look. And also, a chiropractor should have knowledge on nutrition. So the underlying cause can be, for example, hormonal imbalance, digestive problems, things like that. So it's not just about simply clicking any bones. But what I want to emphasize is the underlying cause. We want to treat the underlying cause so that your body can function properly, and then you can heal. Remember the word from health, HEAL. So ladies and gentlemen, if we always focus on pain and no pain, right, you will get temporary relief. So you are like this plane. You go up and then pain comes back. You go up, heal a bit, no more pain, and then the pain comes back. You go up, no more pain, and then the pain comes back. Wouldn't it be better if we got no pain and then we continue to heal, continue to heal, continue to heal? Now it's at the midway, halfway point. Sometimes you might still feel symptoms, but you are much better than last time. Maybe now your healing is at 80 to 90%. And then even though you got no severe pain, we continue to treat you until you are 100% stable. So this is what chiropractic is all about.